Hey there, collective. Welcome back. I've been guided to give sort of like a twin flame message today. So I'm using the Love Oracles cards today. And yeah, let's get into it. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, first card out, we got soulmate. Yes, this person is your soulmate. Your connection is sacred. So, still following the energy after the eclipse. You know, our sacred connections, they can be very scary sometimes, but, you know, embrace the process and just keep good thoughts. You know, don't bring fear into the situation by overthinking. Yeah, just keep good thoughts about it. Be optimistic. Next card we have, they are the one. You have already met the romantic partner you seek. So I feel like a lot of us throughout the collective, from what I've seen, I feel like a lot of us have probably met that person. I mean, I'm not going to be out there projecting, you know, a lot onto people through some of the comments I've seen, because I try to do my research on that, just because as being a part of the collective, I feel like it's important. And a quality I have is, you know, is just having that responsibility and trust. Is one of my qualities, which is a quality you want to have in a partner. So you just, by doing your research and developing, you know, the situation in yourself, and growing through that research, and being open-minded, is it can pay off in the end as far as being a partner. So if those of you that are out there that have done that or currently doing that, just know that if you've been in a relationship or current relationship, or you're seeking a new relationship, or you're kind of in a no contact relationship, just know that if you've put the work in towards that person, not just yourself, but sending, you know, all that loving energy towards your person, just have confidence that it's all going to work out and it can flourish into something romantic, if that's what you want. Or yeah, if you put in the work, and you've been working at it for a long time. I personally been working on mine for, I want to say, close to 3 years, maybe around that. I mean, I think over my whole life, like I've said before, it's just I've always had the inner knowing since I was a child that I was going to have that final perfect, you know, not completely perfect, because we're always growing and evolving, but just I always knew that I was going to, this lifetime, one of my great achievements is to have that romantic partner, that life partner, that you know, like our bonds unbreakable through everything. And that's kind of what the twin flame journey is. It's a little more intense than the soulmate journey, because those kind of come in to teach us things as well. But the twin flame journey, if you're truly in it, yeah, your whole life feels like it's fallen apart. So if you've put in that work and you've tried, you've remained, you know, as optimistic as you can be, which you also want to find a partner that is optimistic. Um, Actually, I'll just read some notes I have about that. Let's see, where's that? Oh yeah. An optimistic partner, knowing how to manifest using a process through advanced situational awareness, ASA, incorporating their faith in the divine nature of knowing all is good in the spirit to bring beauty, victory, justice, goodness, joy, and freedom to the souls all around them. And abolitionists, you can say, um, they can. An optimistic partner can see the hidden realms of opportunity with higher thinking, using their imagination to create joyful realities for others. So that's an optimistic partner. Um, and going back to the sense of, having responsibility and trust, um, that's a partner that has the sense of responsibility and trust in their heart, knows their sole mission to bring a better life to the table of their family, friends, children, and overall greater good for humanity as a whole. Let's see here. So that's part of putting in the work. Let's see. I'll just go through the list of things I have here. So, good things in a partner: a good spirit of cooperation. Number 2, a tolerant partner, open-minded to your beliefs and are open to growing their understanding of their existence in this world. This goes both ways. Number 3, someone who stands for justice in a productive way, usually moves in silence, very stoic. Intuition is very strong and knows when to make the right moves. This quality in a partner creates a magnetic pull with their charismatic energy. Also, a leadership style and type. We all seek justice in some form deep down. A partner who stands for justice and leads by example in their actions to get justice for others by leading with their heart will ultimately receive justice for their losses in the situation and being blessed with the gift of being righteous. A righteous partners have a deep inner knowing to the laws of cause and effect, action, and action creates reaction. Number 4, enthusiastic partner, a joyful being doing things to bring love and blessings for others. Fiery energy from a higher source within the person's soul. These partners are not dull, boring, nor depressing. Their natural charisma brings cooperation, joy, and creativity into any situation. Number 5, a partner with the quality of the striving spirit. They want to be no do something that brings in new change to the environment. They're most likely an INFJ, a personality type, one of the most rare. They inspire others to continue on their soul's journey. They know how to unlock others' creativity. Number 6, a joyful partner, someone who knows how to be happy and joyful with the small things in life. For myself personally, it's ice cream and a beautiful sky canvas. A partner with this quality has many skill sets to create harmonious flow in their lives, be an inclusive mindset with gratitude to people and nature. Number 7, an optimistic partner knowing how to manifest using process through advanced situational awareness, incorporating their faith in the divine nature of knowing all is good in the spirit to bring beauty, victory, justice, goodness, joy, and freedom to the souls all around them. An abolitionist can see the hidden realms of opportunity with higher thinking, using their imagination to create joyful, realistic realities for others. A grateful partner is a healthy soul that knows every gift has come at some cost from another's creative works and energy, time, and even suffering. A grateful partner knows how to directly and indirectly express and send loving energy with good intentions and not out of intentions of worry. Grateful partners are very discerning with gifts and take note to the thought of gratitude. Number 10, forgiveness. A partner with this quality knows the importance of letting go of the past and also healing the past by speaking the truth into a situation they were present for. They know the art of their heart, and the power of their words will alleviate forms of resentment in the future by speaking their truth. They display bravery and courage by knowing the power of forgiveness. Number 11, a partner who can see the beauty in all and knows to have a permanent love for life around them. These partners are great holders to companionships and value the beauty of having a partner and showing unconditional love. Everyone is their own masterpiece. Number 12, compassionate partners don't have bias and are the mediums in this world that hold a safe space for others to feel included with their feelings and thoughts. These partners are supernaturally observant with keen enlightenment to help others understand all sides of the story. Number 13, a partner that creates synergy. These partners can make their own way by including different viewpoints across different cultures. They don't have a hateful heart. They don't follow the programs of society, but they make conscious evaluations so they can continue to learn, adapt, be flexible, and grow by creating new solutions. And then number 14, a loving partner. They love you and everyone and thing in their life without conditions, meaning they don't only show you love when you do something that pleases them. A loving partner is also a leader in all their relationships. They know their soul's value and how to gradually unlock your true potential. They enjoy your growth as an individual and understand the beauty of your life. A loving partner can be a bit overly enthusiastic to see your results of personal growth unfold, but they are truly your biggest fan. Partners with true unconditional love in their heart has the gift to illuminate our inner demons and has the supernatural gifts and abilities to cast our demons out so our soul can ascend to higher consciousness. These partners are better known as earth angels, twin flames. Their unconditional love and spoken truths into you can be scary, but their bond to you is sacred. A loving partner has a balanced energy between their feminine and masculine energies and tactfully knows how to utilize them for sustained growth in their relationships that they choose to keep in their life. And as I was writing the balanced energy between feminine and masculine energies, I was laughing because I have a twin flame, like a 2-flame candle here, and one of them started bubbling and spitting out wax, and it was kind of weird because I had never seen a candle do that ever, and I grew up with a parent, with mom had a bunch of candles, so I ain't never seen a candle do that, so it was pretty funny. So little joys in life like that, little signs and synchronicities that just let you know, like, you're doing right. we got here? Just start pulling from the top. So we got, be present. You will attract love by enjoying your life as it is, wherever you are. Be all there. So like I was saying, just enjoy life. And putting in that work, you know, and you're seeking that partnership in any form or fashion. Just continue doing what you're doing, and just know and have faith that you're on the right track. You are enough. The person you are meant to be with will love you the way you are. You don't need to change. So that goes back to what I was saying. One of the qualities of, you know, a good partner is being a loving partner and an unconditionally loving partner, knowing that the person that you're with or going to be with in the future is love them for who they are, see the beauty in their journey as well. I can say that I feel like there's a lot of people in the collective that a lot of souls as well that had recently gone through a cycle of some of us had a battle of the spirit of the narcissist, and I had that, and this other lady I know, she also had to deal with that, and it's a hard one to be, but I feel like it was just like a wave of energy that had to be worked out, and some of us on that chosen path were picked to sort of work that karma out and then bring it into light, either doing it on one of these platforms or however else, you know, we do it. But yeah, when my experience with my ex, who's a narcissist, and I still wish her all the healing in the world, and I still send unconditional love towards her, but there's a certain point where you have to learn that you don't have to be present for those kinds of things. Everyone meets their match one day, and knowing when to leave those situations, and knowing that you are enough, and loving yourself enough to leave those situations is another hard thing to do, but a lot of us did it. So if you're in that situation right now, or if you've been contemplating about it, just know that you know, you are enough already for who you are, and there's nobody in this world that can set conditions on your relationship, especially with yourself. You get to control that. As far as having a second person that truly loves you for who you are, knowing you're enough, I hope everyone finds that. I believe everyone gets to have that in their life, and especially now with all the ascension that's been going on throughout the world and the collective, we are enough. And when it comes to partnerships, whether they're business or romantic or just platonic friends, finding those people and being unconditionally loving will increase, in being authentic as well, will increase your vibration to bring those types of partnerships in, because it's a magnetic attraction, and like does attract like, but there's also opposites attract, and those are the ones where you have to learn those lessons. But you're already enough, otherwise I guess you wouldn't exist, I guess. But I just know that you are enough, and if you're doing the work and you're trying to constantly, you know, learn and grow, you're doing enough, and whatever you seek is also seeking you. So their unconditional love, the love between you and your person is eternal. Nothing and no one can take it away from you. So, like I was saying, no one has the right to take that from you. In twin flame relationships, there are for some reason third parties, but a lot of it is just like an illusion. But there's still like an energy, and sometimes it's just like an energy. Sometimes it's not even a physical thing; it's an energy. It's something that you have to work out yourself. And being a twin flame, I feel like it's a lot harder than being like a soulmate or a high level soulmate when it comes to partnerships, just because there seems to be a pattern of things that just were trying to get worked out through past lives, and then once you got to this lifetime, we, for some reason, some of them just the energies were still there, and there's those unconscious times of existence where we weren't being fully aware of what was going on. And the weird thing, I said this to someone in a comment a few days ago, where they're asking about they had this weird extreme case of something having to do with court and stuff like that with their person, or some people being married, or it couldn't have happened or something. And I went in and I said, well, dang it, why did I just draw a blank? Dang it. Well, I'll come back to that maybe. Maybe it just wasn't meant to be put out there. But yeah, unconditional love goes a long way. So yeah. Leave your fears behind. They are stopping this relationship from blossoming. So fear, the way it was explained to me back when I was doing, I was with the team, kind of collaborating on some things having to do with insurance and whatever, and the leader of the group pointed out that fear is, the acronym of it is false experience appearing real. So if you're in a fearful, worrying type of energy, you're just going to let the demons and the devil in, and it's like you're energetically giving them control over your situation and creating that contract, which is, it's not just in the form of a person, it's also in the form of a spirit. So letting go of those fears, and just going and taking those leaps of faith in your relationship, because it does create, there are times where you don't have to always act. Like right now, I'm in the process of not really acting, because I've done the work, all the work I can do, and now it's time for me to start receiving. But in twin flame journeys, it's kind of hard because you go back and forth with your feminine and your masculine energies, and your feminine energy is like the receiving energy, and your masculine is like more the giving energy. But like, since I have a balance between the two, sometimes it gets kind of hard for me to just be in that receiving mode. But I was in my masculine mode for most of my life, where I was constantly giving and giving and giving and giving and giving. And some people thought I was ungrateful for some reason. But the way I show my gratitude to someone or to a situation is by giving. But I also have, certain limitations, because I'm not a complete all-around perfect person, because I'm always growing and evolving. So the way I show a lot of gratitude is by giving, because I am grateful for the things I have in my life. So I give a lot to those things. I put a lot of time and energy into those things. And a lot of people thought I was just doing too much, but they didn't stop and have enough unconditional love for my situation, or enough empathy or understanding, or they just didn't have the mental capacity or consciousness to stop and actually ask me real questions, And when someone does that, it's kind of funny, like with me, because it takes me a little bit. I'm ADHD. It's it's a superpower, but there are times whenever people would ask me some questions, and I didn't have the answer right away because I also have the gift of discernment really hard, so I have to work through some of those questions because I have to work out the energies because I'm also a medium as well. So I have to make sure that they're asking it to me and not to maybe an energy that was surrounding me or something in spirit trying to come through or somebody projecting a karma or some kind of lesson onto me that's not mine, it's theirs. And that's happened to me a lot, and that sucks. Um, but so I always say, something in a situation is either meant to be um, brought or taught, and so that's something I've made up. But there are a lot of energies that had come between that created illusions as well between me and my person, and it wasn't the greatest feeling because it was like I seen my person from a soul level, and we gave each other access to each other on um, a very divinely intimate level that I believe we both know exist, and we knew it existed from a very young age. But when it happened, it was kind of like we went into this other type of dimension where uh, everything around us looked like chaos, but it's like inside we both knew we have this very deep sacred bond, but for some reason, being twins, we had to deal with these illusions and the of people trying to set boundaries on us because a lot of it wasn't just exactly people, it was their energies, and their energies that lasted for a long time because my twin and I both have ancient souls, and more like galactic souls, I think, because I've gotten visions of me being on other planets that aren't this one, and I also identify as a clarion, um, extra, extraterrestrial at the soul, because I believe all of our souls are aliens because they go through different lifetimes and they come into these bodies and we have to work everything out and the energies out. So that's how I view life. So it's not just reincarnation. It's like your soul's an alien, and a lot of people don't know their own soul, so it is alien. And then when you tap into your soul, that's when you get into like your higher version of yourself, and then that can get scary for your own self. And then you're like, I don't know what to do. Should I go this way or should I go that way? And so it's like you really have to know yourself, and you kind of go in that hermit mode, that solitude, and you kind of work on that. And like I was saying the other day, it's good to do that with. Now's the time to do that with the people that you love or the people that you choose to have to keep into your life. Because I can tell you, I don't keep all my family, and I don't really have a lot of friends because I have already done a lot of that in my life. And my biggest achievement is obtaining the romantic partnership that I've desired for many lifetimes, and I'm getting it this life, and I know that this lifetime, and I know that, like, I've always known that. So in order for me to do that, I've had to cut a lot of people out. That's not for everybody, so don't go out there to start cutting cords, but it's good to kind of just go through, which is what Mercury retrogrades are for, is you go through and you kind of reassess and do your spring cleaning, and they happen pretty frequently throughout the year, but it's just being conscious of when those happen and the times that they're happening, because it's something astrologically our soul intuitively knows that this needs to be cleaned out. So when the astrological event happens, the Mercury retrograde comes in, that's when you need to start reassessing some of your patterns and your habits, and cutting the cords with certain people. And there are things that were attached to my twin and myself that I think I don't think I know that they weren't completely our issues to handle. They were other people's issues to handle because we're both very empathic and charismatic individuals. But like my twin's charismatic soul is different from how I am charismatic, and that's the beauty in the way that our growth goes, because it's not just one set thing of being charismatic. Like, we have our own strengths and weaknesses, and seeing that in each other at the soul level is a beautiful thing. But there are also other outside influences and energies that have come in that try to taint that, and and it creates that fear that can stop the relationship. But I held on, and I've still been holding on with a lot of enthusiasm and optimism, even on the days where I just feel weird in my energy, because I'm in love with my person, and I worked very hard, and I know that they have worked very hard as well. So letting go of the fears and then taking those leaps of faith is very important, and then having discernment to know like what situation to go in. Like right now there's one where there's a college I wanted to go to a while back, and now it's coming in to it, and I'm like, well, that's great, but I'm kind of at that level where I'm like, I don't really seek that right now, as great as that sounds, but I'm trying to still work out the situation to see what exactly it is, because I feel like it's more of a business partnership venture, putting information into that system versus me going and being enrolled in that system and participating in that system. So it's me just kind of trying to work out that. But right now I've just been leaving it on the table because I'm going to have my romantic partnership first before I take another step, because there's a pattern that I've recognized, and I'm not going to repeat a pattern. And my pattern with my person started with some other things, but before that it was school, and then it evolved into other things, and I was like, I'm not going to go over that again. So right now I'm leaving that on the table. So it's just having discernment and knowing what's coming in your energy field, what's being presented to you as an individual, and then knowing whether or not that's good for you if you're seeking that romantic partnership, whether or not you can leave it there. But I'm big on communication, so it doesn't matter how I'm getting the signs and synchronicities right now. It's me, I'm still sitting back because I set a boundary that my person and I will have a physical conversation about what to do with that going forward, not just being sent signs and synchronicities of that, because there's also discernment to have in those as well, because some of them are not everything is always light like that, even though I have a lot of faith that a lot of mine are. But I prefer physical communication, because that is a boundary I had to set because of the things that happened and the consequences of the karma having to be learned and taken out throughout me and my twins' journey. So, but it's not me having a fear. So it's like knowing, discerning, am I just afraid of this, or am I setting a boundary? So for me, I'm setting a boundary because I have already put my manifest in, and I've worked hard towards that. So knowing that, and then placing your fears aside to grow, and then focusing on yourself is a big part in anyone's journey. It doesn't matter if it's twin flame or not, but just know that having fear doesn't help the situation. So it's a false experience appearing real. So, take that however you want to take it. So next card is overthinking. Playing negative scenarios in your head is creating issues which weren't there at first. So that's the thing, going back to the illusions, and the overthinking. And someone asked, like, well, how do you know if you're overthinking? Well, overthinking is when you're creating those fears. Overthinking to me isn't when you're trying to, because you can be analytical. I think overthinking is creating the fears and buying into the illusions of a situation. But me, I have a lot of I have a gift of discernment, and sometimes it kind of sucks, but I still love that about myself, that I have that, because not a lot of people have it, and it's a scary one to have, because with great discernment does come great responsibility, and trust, and a lot of things, and you have to look at life multifaceted, multidimensional, and it can make you feel like you're overthinking, but it's evaluating, and I call it evaluating, not overthinking, because the world places overthinking on, like, society uses that word more, and I like the word evaluating, because I like to take things from a spiritual and a scientific approach, because I believe they go hand in hand, like as above so below, and science is part of life and creating, but there's a bad and a good side to it as well. So but looking at being an enthusiastic, optimistic individual will help overthinking, and it can help you eliminate most of the issues that you may be creating, because your thoughts are energy. If you create something negative, you can create the negative of seeing that into your reality, like you'll attract it in. So that's why I don't like to use the word worry, because in the Bible it says, worry attracts the devil. So I use the word concerned, because concerned is not, it's I think it's in the Bible somewhere, but having a concern is different from having a worry, because that word worry is specifically tied to the devil and the demons. So me having a concern is way different, and it plays out a lot better, because then that gives me a chance to step back and understand, and see the light in the situation. I'm just gonna do one more here because it's getting kind of dark. That was a perfect card. Gratitude. You need to be grateful for the love already present in your life to attract more of it. So just be grateful for being alive, and so you can attract more of it. And with that said, I'm going to go ahead and end this reading, because I think this is about to close out. So thank you for being present today, and maybe I'll see you all tomorrow.